There are people who change the course of history. There are people who shatter the laws of physics. And there are people who do both and spend the rest of their lives haunted by a single question: did I have the right? Robert Oppenheimer did not invent evil. He simply gave it a shape. The shape of a shell, the shape of a cloud, the shape of a mushroom. Oppenheimer was not just a physicist, he was a poet who read Sanskrit, a philosopher who knew the Bhagavad Gita by heart, a man who understood both science and the soul. He was born in 1904, a natural genius. By 25, already a doctorate from the University of Göttingen. By 30, one of the most brilliant theoretical physicists on the planet. But genius is not only a gift, it is a burden, and that Oppenheimer could never have foreseen. (1939), a letter from Einstein to President Roosevelt, a warning Nazi Germany might build a nuclear weapon first. Fear, a race, secrecy. 1942, the Manhattan Project is born, the largest scientific operation in human history. 130,000 people, $2 billion, dozens of secret sites. And at the head of it all, Robert Oppenheimer, director of the laboratory in Los Alamos, New Mexico, a place that officially did not exist. The greatest physicists in the world were gathered here. Fermi, Bohr, Feynman, Teller, all of them for a single purpose: build the bomb before Hitler does.
July 16, 1945, the New Mexico desert, 5:29 in the morning. The Trinity test, the first nuclear explosion in history. Oppenheimer stands in the bunker, staring through dark glass, and then a flash, brighter than the sun, a wave, a crack of thunder, a mushroom cloud rising into the sky. And he remembers a verse from the Bhagavad Gita: "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." He knew in that very moment that something had changed forever. August 6, 1945, Hiroshima, 8:15 in the morning. One bomb, little boy, 70,000 people, gone instantly. Another 70,000 dead over the following months from radiation and burns. August 9th, Nagasaki, fat man, 40,000 more killed in the first moments. Japan surrendered, the war ended. But Oppenheimer felt no triumph. He felt guilt. Not because he broke the law, not because he refused an order to stop, but because he had given humanity a tool it was never meant to have. Or was it? That is the question. Can science sin? A knife doesn't kill, a person does. But what if someone knows exactly what the knife will be used for and sharpens it anyway? Oppenheimer was not naive. He understood. The atomic bomb was not just a weapon, it was the end of the old order, the first weapon capable of destroying not an army, but a civilization. And he built it anyway. Why? Because he feared others would build it first. Because a scientist cannot stop once he sees the solution. Because in science there is its own addiction. To know that something can be done and not do it is unbearable. That is science as sin. Not evil for the sake of evil, but knowledge for the sake of knowledge, regardless of what follows. After the war,
Oppenheimer tried to atone. He spoke out against further development of nuclear weapons. He opposed the hydrogen bomb. He talked to politicians, scientists, journalists, and they destroyed him. 1954, security hearings. He was accused of communist sympathies, stripped of his security clearance, cast out from the world he had given everything to serve. The father of the American atomic bomb became persona non grata in his own country. Oppenheimer died in 1967 of throat cancer, they say from smoking, but some say from guilt. He gave humanity the tool to end the world, and until his final day he never knew, was it a crime or a sacrifice? The questions he left us: is there a line between knowledge and responsibility? Can a scientist say no when the discovery already lives inside his mind? And who carries the sin, the one who built the weapon or the one who used it? Science does not answer these questions because science asks how, not whether it should. And it is in that space between I can and I have the right that humanity's deepest sin lives.